Blackfoot Communications is actively supporting the communities we serve across Montana and Idaho. We are installing hundreds of miles of fiber in our service territories, increasing the broadband experience in our rural communities. We are delivering remote workforce solutions for our business communities. We are creating new, innovative solutions for our local entrepreneurs and enterprise organizations. Learn how your company can benefit. Call today at 541-5000 or go to blackfootbusiness.com. Blackfoot Communications. Connect to more.
%, 43 from three. 62. Doing 5 or 6. Yes, big great.
Coach, can you please start with an opening statement?
Yeah, proud of the way these players played today. I thought they did a great job. Montana came out and played hard. They did everything they could defensively. I thought they maybe got them tired a little bit. They're on their third game, so my guys came out and really made it a point to push the pace. They did a good job early of slowing us down a little bit, but our guys made some shots and we did a great job on the glass. I think this is one of our better rebounding performances. 40 to 25, I thought we did a good job there. Then we shot the ball really well in the first half, and our defense in that first half was huge. And to beat a program like that in that fashion, in this type of game, when all the chips are in the, pushing the pot and trying to get to the championship, and you're playing for everything. You're playing to do everything you can. This team beat us twice before. It stuck with us. We keep hearing it. We keep hearing this, that, and the other, and I think our guys hear it. And I think they it wasn't that hard to get them excited for this game. So I'm really proud of the way they played today.
Do you think this was your most complete game this season?
We played 2 other complete games against this team too, but this was a complete game from beginning to end. I thought we had some defensive miscues towards the end of the game, but as our guys keep getting more experience and playing time, we played. I think we played everybody today, and this was a complete game. It was one of our better games of the year. And I'm just glad it happened. It didn't happen. I hope we play better tomorrow against a really good Montana State team.
You were really able to attack Montana in the first half of all 3 matchups this season. What was it, something that you saw that you were able to capitalize on that?
We had the best player on the floor. We could throw the ball into Tanner, and they can't stop him. And I told the guys earlier, they didn't get bigger, they didn't get taller. They got to figure out if they're going to double team or not. And I think Tanner really, early he was trying to figure out the game, let it come to him. But after a while, he started playing really well. And then his little brother stepped up and played really big. He used his size, he took his time, and when you got these 2 guys playing good, and you got T-Rob, and you got Kim. Then you got Jacob, and then you got Mike, and these guys keep coming. There's so many different guys that you can have, have big games for our team. So it's really hard to scout for us. But at the same time, our defensive intensity in that game early is really what changed the tide of the game. I think it is.
Did losing to Montana in the championship game 2 years ago add any extra fuel to today's game?
Definitely, it definitely did. And then you got to hear about it. You got to hear about we beat them in the regular season. It wasn't that important. The most important is in the tournament. And so. Our guys were excited for that. And they get to hear it on Twitter. They get to hear it from the players on the other team. So when they had the opportunity today, I think they took it and ran with it.
The last 2 matchups, UM cut the huge leads to lesser margins. Today, you pretty much ran them out of the gym.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we wanted to keep our, usually last 2 games, I think we subbed with about 8-9 minutes to go and wanted to get these guys because, I was really worried about, they're fatigued and tired, but this is the time to go time. So I want to make sure that we got our guys some good run, get some continuity. Yesterday's offensive performance wasn't great. Our defensive performance was. So I wanted to make sure that, our players, I played them a little bit deeper into the game, even though the minutes, are allocated pretty well, but I wanted to get them deeper into the game so they get a little bit of a flow because tomorrow's going to be a dogfight playing against that really good Montana State team.
So the brothers, when Tanner checked out with 6 minutes, you guys had 39 points and Montana had 31. How does it feel for the 2 of you to be able to combine for such a top offensive performance in the same game together?
It feels pretty cool. I've been playing with this guy since I was really young, and it's really cool to be able to play with him on the court in such a big game like today. Both of us have a pretty good game. It's pretty cool. It's something that doesn't happen too often. So it's awesome.
What do you
Yeah, I think it's awesome. We've worked for it. We've been in the gym, spent a lot of hours in the gym, and even in the driveway during quarantine, working on our game, trying to get better. And it's just a huge shout out to our teammates too, just finding us and finding the mismatches on the court. We really focused on that in practice and just just talking about it on the film, just finding mismatches, and tonight Tanner and I happened to be a mismatch.
You two obviously have chemistry being siblings, but can you just talk a little bit more about the team chemistry overall and how you guys really worked as a team up and down the roster tonight to come away with such an explosive win?
Yeah, I think that just a big thing comes off just, like you said, our team chemistry. I mean, we're all brothers in there. Whether it's our starting five on the court or our starting five on the bench, we're still cheering loud for our guys out there because those are our boys, And we want them to succeed. We want to see that success with them because we know how much they've worked for it. So it's huge for us to just be brothers at the end of the day and just support one another.
Yeah, definitely. I think that one of our best assets as a team is that we don't have one selfish guy on the team. From top to bottom, we could all have our day where one of us goes off and has a great game, and every single one of us knows that. But I think the biggest thing about our team is that we care so much about winning. We care so much about each other. That's the most important thing to us. And, at the end of the day, like if we win, then that's all we really care about. Like that's all we really want to do is just win. It doesn't really matter who's scoring, who's playing well, but we're always going to be there for each other.
Coach, reporters want to know about the fourth person at the table and your action figures.
So my daughter, she packed my bag, and her and my wife, she had a great idea. She wanted to send us with 3 superheroes. So she's 4 years old, so she wanted to send us with some superheroes to help us win. And we got another one tomorrow, but she sent them with us, and I need to tell her to send us some more, bring us some power. So. And then we got Kim Aiken, who knows every superhero. He'll tell you the whole story about everything you want to know about superheroes, Justice League, and Marvel. I don't know about all of them, but I know that this is, I got her favorite dolls here, and I miss her a little bit. I wish she was here. That's the tough part about this right now, is not being able to have them here, and it'd be exciting to have a good time with them because they're always around the guys and they spend a lot of time. So I know they watched the game tonight and with their grandma, and I hope she gets. I sent her a picture of it, so she wants to make sure it's here.
After being able to see the end of the Montana State game earlier, what do you expect out of them tomorrow in the title game?
Oh, they're going to give it their all. I mean, everything's out there. They're going to play great. They're a really good team. They got 3 all-league guys on their team, I believe. They got a big kid who's really good. He's had 30 points. He's had double doubles and 30+ points in the games, multiple games. And they got a point guard who's dynamic, that can make a lot of plays and make his teammates better. He gets downhill. And they got, number 5, who does a really good job of getting downhill. He hits some threes a day. So, we got to be ready. And then they got shooters around the court, and they got big guys. They're a really physical team. They've been starting really big with two big guys over 6'8", 6'9", and so we have our hands full. I hope we come out and play with that same energy we had today, and play with that same intensity. And we got to make sure we're doing the right things, or it's going to be a long night for us because that's a really good team, and they're coached by one of the better coaches in our league.
Tanner, based off tonight and last night's performances, what have the Eagles done well that they need to continue to win that title tomorrow?
I think last night after the NAU game, I was just, I don't know why, I was just a little disappointed with, the way, I wish we would have won by more and won easier, but I mean, that's just the way it goes in Big Sky basketball. All these games are going to be close. All these teams are going to give you a run for your money. But, at the end of the day, I mean, it's pretty obvious. Our defense has just carried us so far. In the first game, they scored 60 points, and that was one of the best defensive efforts we gave all season. And then obviously tonight, Montana scored 15 points in the first half, and that's just a testament to our guys all buying in and just wanting to win so bad, like I touched on earlier. I just think on the defensive end, it's just so important for us to really lock in on D and do everything we can to win.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Go Eagles!
Go Eagles!
Coach, please start with an opening statement.
Tough one. They've had our number this year, obviously. And one of the things I've learned here in recent time and at other programs prior to returning to Montana is once you've achieved the goal of attaining championships and being at the top of the standings, it's a lot harder to hold on and maintain and sustain that success than it is to achieve it sometimes. And right now with the young group, that's what we're experiencing. And so I remember 2016 when we had an experience with the young group that ended somewhat like this. And this the offseason that we had that built up to the 18 and 19 runs will be very similar to this one. There's a young group with some experience that runs into a tough roadblock, and you build from it, and you learn from losses more than you do wins. They shot the lights out. They did all the things detail-wise necessary to win a basketball game at a very high level. And it's an incredible experience for our team.
Karen, can you just talk about the conversation at the halftime between your teammates just to be able to keep pushing in the second half, knowing that you have to play the full game?
You know, there's a lot of us that were frustrated at halftime. You know, we were just saying this isn't how we want to go out. We were very embarrassed on the effort that we gave at the start of the game. And we just didn't want to get pumped. So the second half, we just tried to come out with more effort and more energy. But the way we started was unacceptable. And I know we have a young team and stuff, but there's no excuse for that.
What particularly did you see in offense for the Eagles that gave them just a little bit of step ahead of you?
You know, Rose is a great player. Kim Aiken's a great player. You know, when they post up, they got bigger guys and stuff like that. But it was just more their defense and our offensive execution. Just stuff we weren't doing, I would say. But they're a great team, and they run a really good offense. So, yeah.
Coach, while the final score wasn't what you wanted, you were able to get points out of your bench. Can you just talk about, yes, how young they are, but how you played as a complete team today to try and get that experience and move the ball around?
Yeah, experience is necessary to be successful. You've got true freshmen, true sophomores on the floor. You want to get them as many minutes as possible while competing. And so for those guys to hang in there at the end and continue to put forward the effort necessary to represent the Grizz the way we expect to be represented, is always a sign of a future in terms of growth. But once again, we had it handed to us today, and for me, I've always felt that that's an opportunity to grow and get better. And so there's some areas of weakness that were exposed in this matchup that we need to improve upon. And they've been highlighted, and we've spent the time in the offseason working on those things.
Coach,
Blackfoot Communications is actively supporting the communities we serve across Montana and Idaho. We are installing hundreds of miles of fiber in our service territories, increasing the broadband experience in our rural communities. We are delivering remote workforce solutions for our business communities. We are creating new, innovative solutions for our local entrepreneurs and enterprise organizations. Learn how your company can benefit. Call today at 541-5000 or go to blackfootbusiness.com. Blackfoot Communications. Connect to more.